Hello dear students, welcome to Devika's Commerce and Management Academy. So, insolvency of partner, I gave you the introduction in the last class. We have discussed even Garner versus Murray case. Based on this only maximum you will have problems, insolvency of partnership. Okay. So, today I am going to take only one problem related to this insolvency, but if you can understand this problem, you are perfect in insolvency of partnership. I am damn sure if you can understand. So, focus seriously on today's class. Before going to the class, let me tell you all. So, please check out the playlist, and there are many subjects which already covered by me by taking lot of time and energy. Please utilize it and don't forget to forward these videos because I am preparing these videos for entire student community for free of cost. Please utilize it. Now coming to today's insolvency of partnership, one problem I am taking. This problem is going to solve all kind of problems. Same pattern you will find more or less, but you must understand. Stay focused till the end of this problem. Clear? Now coming to the problem, this is the problem. R, S and T are partners. R, S and T are partners sharing profits and losses 3/6, 2/6 and 1/6. Okay. Can you see the board? If you can't see, please use the computer or TV. And 3/6, 2/6 and 1/6 ratio, they are sharing the profits R, S and T. Show the ledger accounts as per Garner versus Murray decision. We have to follow Garner versus Murray decision because we don't have any particular things are given in the partnership deed. So, we have to follow blindly the Garner versus Murray decision. Now, what is given to us? Balance sheet. In balance sheet, what is there? Cash in hand, debtors, stock, furniture, T's capital. Creditors, R's loan account, R's capital account, S capital account. Please remember, whenever you find a capital account on the liability side, it is positive, it is good. But when you find it on the asset side, means insolvent. Now, ultimately you can say that T is insolvent because his capital is not shown on the liability side, it is showing on the asset side, means is insolvent, bankrupt you can say. Okay. Now, what is given in the adjustments? The assets realized. When someone has become insolvent, we have to realize the assets and liabilities, everything we have to close. At that stage, assets realized, stock 13,840. Actual stock is 18,440. Na? We are getting 13,840 when we realize it. Furniture, actual furniture value 7,200. But when we realize, we are getting 5,150. And debtors 30,560 actual. But we are realizing for 29,200. So, these are the assets realized, and creditors paid less discount. Creditors means payable, no? So, creditors amount is here 38,500. We are paying less 250, means creditors realization is 38,250 because 250 discount we are deducting. Okay. Now, T is insolvent. Please remember, T is insolvent. The expenses were wind up were 520. During the winding up, the expenses were 520. Now, you have to prepare necessary ledger accounts as per the Garner and Murray case. Remember always, whenever insolvency is there, you have to prepare one is realization account, and of course capital accounts together I have prepared RST, capital accounts together I am preparing. I have already done the problem to save the time to make you understand more clearly. Okay, just I will explain this problem. So, realization account, capital accounts you have to prepare. Then after that, cash account. Cash account is must. Cash account is just like balance sheet. It has to tally at the end of the problem. Now, here R's loan account also given. So, separately we are opening R's loan account. If it is loan account is not given, this was not required. Generally, what do we prepare? Realization account, capital accounts and cash account. Three things are needed. Now how do you prepare realization account? Slowly observe. One thing is that when we open the realization account, we'll write all the assets on the debit side except cash, and liabilities, outsiders liabilities, that we'll write it on the credit side. Now here assets apart from cash in hand, we have debtors, stock, furniture. These three are assets. T's capital account is different case, it's not asset. So we have three assets, we have to write it on the realization account debit side. 30,560, stock 18,440, furniture 7,200. Okay. Now credit side, what we can take? Only the creditors. Outside liabilities here, creditors only. So this we are writing on the asset debit side. Creditors will be on the credit side. So creditors 38,500 I have written. Am I clear? After that, from balance sheet we have taken 1, 2, 3, 4. Now coming to the adjustments, realization of assets we have to write. Assets already we have written on the debit side. When we realize the assets, we will be getting the cash. Realization, when we realize the assets, this we are getting the cash. That should be on the opposite side. Assets we have written on the debit side. When we realize, whatever we get, that should be on the credit side. So I have written here, you see, cash account assets realized. Why we are writing cash? When we realize the assets, we are getting the cash. That is the reason we are writing by cash account. In brackets, realization of assets. What we are getting? Stock 13,840, furniture 5,150, debtors 29,200. So together it is coming to 48,190. Am I clear? And we have expenses also. Expenses, how do we pay? Through the cash only. So debit side I have written to cash, expenses 520. As we have realized the assets, realizing the liabilities is also important. Liabilities here, creditors. Creditors we are realizing less discount of 250. Here it is mentioned, na? Less discount of 250. Creditors written on the credit side. Realizing the creditors, debit side. So to cash, when we realize we are getting cash, to cash, creditors 38,500, right? 38,500. Okay, 38,500 we have written. Everything is over. Now if we total up realization account, 94,970 minus these two, you are getting 8,280. 8,280 is loss. Realization account credit side you got balancing figure, means it is loss. Loss is to be distributed to the partners in the ratio of 3/6, 2/6, 1/6. So this 8,280 divided to the partners RST in the ratio of 3/6, 2/6, 1/6. So they are getting 4,140, 2,760, 1,380. Okay. Now after that, we'll open the partners' capital accounts. First loan account will open. Loan account is simple. Loan account is showing on the liability side. So whenever we want to open any liability side account, opening balance will be on the credit side. Okay. No arts loan account, opening balance, by balance brought down 2,750. This one where it is 2,750. And this is transferred to the debit side to cash account, just transferring to the cash account 2,750 and debit side 2,750. Closed. There is nothing to do, don't touch anything, simply loan account you have opened, brought down, and that is transferred to the cash account. Clear? Now coming to the capital accounts, you need to be very careful about this capital accounts, RST capital accounts. First of all, any capital accounts will start with the opening balance. Opening balance of RS. R is 15,200. Okay. And S capital 11,200. T's capital is on the asset side. Asset side means we have to write it on the debit side because he is insolvent. 1590, 1590. First we will see the insolvent capital account. Insolvent capital account will close, then after that we will go to the solvent partners. Insolvent is here T. This account will close it. Now this account, what we have done, only simply we have written his balance, where it is, this one, 1590 we have written. And we will transfer this loss. T's loss is 1380. Debit side, sorry, credit side to debit side, 1380. Here. Okay, T's loss. Nothing to write because he is insolvent. We have written his balance from asset side to debit side and his loss. Credit to debit, his loss. That's it. Nothing to write. Now his total, if you see, 2970 we are getting. 2970 is the total. It is loss. Who has to bear the loss? The remaining solvent partners, means R and S. So 2970 we have given to the, this is distributed by the R and S in the ratio of 19/33 and 14/33. How do you got this ratio? Through this 15,200 and 11,200. If you do simplifications, you will get 19:14. His loss is 2970. This is distributing by the partners in the ratio of 19:4. So distributed R and S. Are you getting it? They have distributed. When they are distributing this amount, this loss, we are writing R's capital account, S capital account, right? R's capital account means we are transferring from T's account to R's capital account. T's account is credit side. R's capital account debit side. R's capital account 1710. It's here. 1710. And in the same way, S capital account, transferring this loss to S capital account, 1260. Yes, it's here. Are you getting it? And in the same way, realization loss, we have to transfer na 4140, 2760. 4140, 2760 to R and S. T already we have transferred. Everything is clear up to here. And very important thing, whenever there is a realization loss, that we have transferred from credit side to debit side. And also, who has to bear the loss? Solvent partners. They have to bring this loss in cash. When they have to get the loss in cash, so that will be writing on the credit side. They are getting it through the cash. So we'll say to cash, sorry, by cash, loss on realization account, this one, 4140 and 2760. Once again, let me explain. Loss of 4140, 2760. These two, credit to debit side we have written one time. They have to bring it through the cash. So that is why we are writing on the credit side also. Because loss is going to bear by these partners only. So they are getting through the cash. So once again we are writing on the credit side. This loss appears twice. Debit side, sorry, credit to debit and also credit side, because they are getting through the cash. That loss is covering by the partners. So this we have written. Now all the entries are over. If we total up, anyway, T's already we have completed. Okay. Now R's total is 19,340. Okay. 19,340 minus these two, we are getting 13,490 is the balancing figure. This is he is going to bring through the cash. So we are writing to cash account. This is balancing figure. In the same way, S total is 11,200 and 2,760. It is 13,960. Okay. 13,960. 13,960 minus 2760 and 1260. You are getting balancing figure of 9,940. This is they are getting through the cash. He has to get through the cash. Am I clear up to here? If you understood up to here, now problem is very simple. Lastly, we have to open the cash account. Simple. Cash account is nothing. Cash account is, will start with the opening balance of cash. Cash opening balance is here, cash in hand 9,860. To balance brought down 9,860. Then after that you have to check up each and every account, like realization account, loan account, partners capital account. Wherever you find cash, that is to be transferred. Debit to credit, credit to debit, you have to transfer it. Now here, realization account, where do you have cash? Here, creditors, okay. So this is on the debit side. Debit side means credit side you have to write 38,500. But here 38,250 we are writing. Why 250? Discount. He has taken the discount. When discount, with the discount it is giving the cash, means here you are writing minus 250. Actual amount is 38,500. But we are getting 38,250 cash, okay. Next to expenses 520. This is also cash. Cash 2 are there, not 2 we have written. And credit side we can find the asset realization cash. Credit side how much it is? 48,190. Credit to debit 48,190. We are writing realization account. Here also we have written realization account. From realization account we are transferring, right? Credit to debit. These two, debit to credit. So we have written realization account. In realization account, is there anywhere you are finding cash? No. Now coming to the Ars loan account. Ars loan account, you can find cash on the debit side. Transfer it to the credit side. Ars loan account 13,490. Sorry, where it is? Yeah, here. Ars capital account, this is 13,490. So Ars loan account is 2,750. Transferred, okay. Ars loan account. Then after that coming to capital accounts. Where do you find cash? Debit side you see. Debit side you can find it here, okay. Debit to credit. Credit side you are writing Ars capital account 13,490 here. And yes, capital account 9,940. Next, see credit side, where is the cash? Cash is here. Credit side means we have to write it on the debit side. Debit side, what do you write? Ars capital account 4,140. And yes, 2,760. Got it? We have just transferred wherever we found the cash. It's in the realization account or capital account or loan account. From everywhere we have just transferred the cash account. Here at the end it is tallying 64,950, both the sides you got. It means the problem is correct. We did not make any mistake. So like if the cash account is tallying, final accounts balance sheet has to tally na, here cash account has to tally. It means everything is clear. So this is the way to prepare the insolvency of partner. Am I clear? Problem is also given. Everything clearly I made you to understand. Take a screenshot, pause the video or note down. If you understand this problem, I am damn sure you can work out any problem. Main few things you have to remember. So as realization account, first of all, when we open the realization account, assets will write it on the debit side. When assets are realized, we will write it on the credit side. And liabilities, credit side. When liabilities realized, debit side. That's all. That's the realization account. Then after that, opening the capital accounts. Capital accounts, first see the insolvent partner. Insolvent partner is here T. T is generally two transactions only. His balance like this one 1590 and realization loss 1380. That's all. So that's 2970. This amount is to be shared by the solvent partners. In which ratio? As per the capital ratio, this ratio. So they have transferred, they have shared. Then after that you see the solvent partners capital account. Solvent partners capital account, when you open this amount, you transfer it to their capital accounts. And also loss they have to bring it through the cash. So that is why realization loss debit side and credit side. 2760, 2760, 4140, 4140. Like you get both the sides. And what else is there? That's all. You are getting the balancing figure of this much. Then after that we have opened the cash account. Before cash account, arts loan account. It's very simple. By balance brought down to cash we have written. Now coming to cash account, simple. Wherever you find cash in realization account and partners capital account and loan account, just we are transferring from credit to debit, debit to credit. And here also debit to credit, credit to debit. That's it. Simple. You have to practice. Now if you understand this problem without looking at the solution, first practice it by looking at the solution, understand each and every transaction, then after that without looking at the solution you try to practice. Then you take out your textbook, work out some illustration problems, understand it, and exercises also you do it. Also take out some old question papers, model papers, and work out and see. Your confidence will increase. You will have more practice. There is nothing to worry. Insolvency is quite easy. When I was student, I used to work out happily because realization account, partners capital account, transferring the amount, all these things, quite interesting because you are a commerce student, right? So practice well and don't forget to share these videos. See you in the next class with some other new episode, new subject, new topic. Okay, so take care and have a bright future. Good luck.